All right, so welcome back. Yeah, interesting fight card. You know what I mean? This is a bit late, but we're here, so let's get into it. Very interesting fight card going on here. So let's just get into it. Don't want to spend too much time rambling. All right, so we got Edgar versus Eileen Perez, and yeah, she really does give off a Fiona vibe. That's the first thing I thought was Fiona from Shrek, because she definitely looks like Fiona in the Shrek form, right? Just a little thought that I had during the fight, but you know, props to Edgar for that win, right? It was had a little bit of trouble, but she came through. You know what I mean? Um, very fun fight to see for me at least, right? So big ups to Edgar. For the next fight, we got Kali Taha versus Quinones. This one was surprising. Um, I don't know if Christian actually fought in the UFC before, because when I watched the fight, it felt like he had. Maybe I had two fights. Oh, his debut. Actually, his debut. I just saw it. Silly me. But it felt like he honestly did feel like he's been there, right? Major coming out party for him. He looked marvelous in that fight. I was with Tar, but damn, he made him look bad, right? He made him look bad. But big ups to Christian for that win, though. It was very surprising. And then we got Benoit versus Gabriel. No, Gabriel was a new guy coming in, right? And the dude had a interesting look, but I kind of really wanted him to win, but Benoit like really took that. Like, it's because he was in Paris. He's like, he's like, yo, I'm taking this fight, no matter what. I'm taking this fight. Yeah, so he shut it down. Wow, it's a lot of sweat. Yeah, hot room. So expect to see some more waterworks. But yeah, Gabriel was doing his thing, but Benoit said, I'm not going down. A goddamn. So big ups to Benoit. Alright. I hope Gabriel comes back and does his thing, because he looks like a solid fight. He doesn't really need anything. Just, you know what I mean? Just improve, get better, and come back. I'm sure he'll be like a real force to be reckoned with. He just wasn't going to beat Benoit on that day in that arena. So yeah, next up we got Imavov versus Buckley. Now, you don't know I was going with Buckley, but Imavov did his thing. I kinda was pissed off, but like, I didn't like his attitude, but not to say it was a bad thing for him in that environment. I just, like, I wasn't with him in this fight, and on top of that, the way he was doing the taunting and shit. Not saying that taunting was bad, but in this case, personally, it wasn't necessarily bad on any other level except for me just not liking it, right? But respect where respect's due, man. He actually did his thing. Like, I think what that did for him, that is that it made him fight like he wants to fight, with the toughness and the resilience that he wanted to fight with, right? Because I don't remember seeing, like, he was already a tough dude, but he was especially strong in that fight. Right, so props to him, man. Props to him. End of the day, match is a match, and he came out with a dub, and big ups to him, man. Buckley, as usual, you come back, you get stronger, right? Because he didn't lose anything in this fight, personally, except just the record. He just added another one to the lose record, but still, man, this is nothing that he loses anything meaningful off of, right? So both of them will come back strong in the next fight. Big ups. Alright. Now we got Faraz Zaim versus Michael Figlak. Now, Figlak. Like, you should see the image of him on screen. I'm trying to remember how he looks, but regardless, this was Zaim's day. Right? He was in France, you know what I mean? France native, and he did it, man. He put the work on the guy and came out with a W. Right? I'm not too big on him because I probably need some deeper analysis. I probably need to watch at least a couple of his fights, but he just screams like the not so good point fighters to me, and I don't. He's one of the more uninteresting point fighters I've seen. That's what he looks like, right? So, anytime I hear Zaim, I'm more interested to see who he's matched up with against, and then that's where my interest will grow about the fight. But you know what I mean? But I was in my finish is a finish, man, and big ups to him. Right? I don't unless I'm significantly rooting for the other guy, I do not throw shade at the winner. Right? So yeah, just big ups, man, and I hope his style like maintains that level of what's the word? Maintains that level of intensity, right? So big ups to for Zaim, yeah. And then we got this one got me in a loop. So we got Magomedov versus Schultz, and Schultz first. Alright, let's go with Dustin. Don't know why I always put myself through this, but yes, Abbas got the touch of death, bro. Abbas touch people and they just go down, man. That's some scary ass power. Wasn't expecting that type of thing, but he just touched him and boom. Every time he hit Dustin just went down or went flying. That actually was crazy. So I'm interested to see how his next fight goes, right? 24-4. Whew. That's like an extra 10 fight for experience. Damn. I'm very interested to see what happens, right? Dustin it's kind of those bad outcomes for Dustin because he didn't really get to showcase anything. He was just at the end of the worst type of like beating you can get, where you get beat but you don't get a chance to come back type of thing. But you know what I mean? I want to see what happens to Magomedov after this. We got Jourdain versus Wood. No. Mr. Rude Boy, Mr. Randy Brown, actually called this one, saying, yo, Jourdain looks like the guy that's going to kill him, because Nathaniel actually, well, in one fight he got killed or TKO'd. So you expect Jourdain to come in and just start like pummeling Wood with punches and kicks and moving around, tapping him here and there and all that. But he said, our Rude Boy said that the dude's slick, and it showed in that fight where you see he was moving around, getting around the punches of Jourdain, using a lot of footwork, and then like mixing in some takedowns every once in a while, really throwing off Jourdain, and Jourdain just couldn't really get a proper flow. And on top of that, he was getting tired trying to apply his own pace, working around Nathaniel Wood and dealing with the takedowns. So it was a really rough night for Jourdain. Right? The slickness and the movement of Wood just really gave Jourdain problems. Right? It was impressive. I want to see what happens for both of them, but happy for Jourdain though. I mean Nathaniel. And then we got Mendesi versus Hackprast. Right. Yeah, this one was interesting. What I originally had said, which was, Mendesi's tough and he could hang around, right? But chances are he wouldn't be able to his arsenal wouldn't be able to counteract all of Hackprast's arsenal, right? And that's how it really played out. But the weird thing was, Akparas was more, I wonder if I should say playing it safe, but yes, but no, but yes, right? It felt like he was trying to stay within himself. It's like he was practicing self-control in the cage, right? So he wouldn't allow himself to go beast mode for a meaningful amount of time against him, right? Because I think he could have finished him, but he kind of was more reserved, a lot more reserved than usual, right? But I think he was just trying to get that composure going. But good for him, though, you know what I mean? This wasn't one I expect McDessie to win, but you know what I mean? I don't know what's going on for his next fight, right? At least he didn't take a shit ton of damage and all that stuff, but kudos here, kudos. Kudos to both men. McDessie for surviving and Akparas for that patience and all that stuff. Yeah, don't mind the sweat. Just keep my hands here, right? And so we got the Kiriko versus Kopylov. Yeah. I don't know, man. Kiriko. I don't know, man. It's just been a rough time for him lately. Just been a really rough time. It was a tough loss for him. That's it, man. Kopylov just did his thing, right? I'm more sad about the Kiriko than Kopylov at the moment. Or then I'm happy for Kopylov at the moment. It's rough. Yeah. But big ups, man, big ups. That's it, man. That's a tough loss for him. I don't know how he's gonna bounce back, so I'm interested to see what happens next. And there we go, Whitaker versus Vettori. No, as usual, I sort of expected the fight to go the way I expected it, the way it went, I should say. Whitaker doing the movement, the technicality, and Vettori like trying to brute force, trying to like push his way through the door. It's not going to really work with Whitaker. Whitaker has dealt with that type of pressure, right? But the thing was that in certain moments you could see the brazenness of his style breaking through at times where he gets really close, sometimes touching Robert, right? But Robert's tough. Robert's a vet. So this pressure and even getting touched isn't difficult. I think he incurred a lot of experience when he was fighting Yoel, because he got knocked down probably collective of 6+ times against Romero, excuse me. And you know what I mean? It's like, I think after that fight he started, well, after easy fight. But actually after that fight, after the Romero fights, right, he was calibrating. He already started calibrating, right? And I think that's why he saw the fight. That's why he saw the fight that he was using easy fight, because he was trying to be. He looks more tactical than he was. He looked more tactical than he ever has been in that fight. But there was still like a wildness to it. And then after the easy fight, he started to get a lot more technical, add in some more tactics, and then fought around it, you see me? So yo, big ups to Whitaker. I generally just don't like Vettori, man. I ain't gonna play, right? But I'm not going to talk shit about him, right? He always fights with heart, you see me? But that brute force shit is not gonna work. Not gonna work against Whitaker, right? Not unless you have some tactics to go with it, right? But big ups to Whitaker. He deserves like something, you know what I mean? He deserves something. I don't know what he's gonna do, but I don't know what he's gonna get, but I hope he get it, right? Then we get Gane versus Tuivasa. What a main event, yo. I think this is what they wanted from the Ngannou. Like, this is kind of what they wanted from the Ngannou fight, right? If both fighters fought in a way where they wanted to win, then somebody would have gone down, right? All I have to say is, man, like, I think I just gotta give props to Ty, man. Like, Ty fought for the people, bro. Ty fought for the people, right? Cause he fought and made it entertaining. You see me? And Cyril, I didn't see Cyril losing the fight, right? But I didn't see him winning the way he did, though. That's the thing. I thought Ty would be so dangerous that it would keep Gane at a distance, so he would be in a more point fighting state, right? He'd be in a more point fighting style, and he would touch Tuivasa more than he got touched, right? And I expect him to win like that. But what was it, first round, second round? I don't remember. But Ty touched him, boom, ass hit the floor. I was like, oh shit. And then he gets on throughout the fight, and then like Gane learned something, right? Shook him up a bit. I don't know if it was a following round where Gane kicks him. Was it kick him? I think it was a kick, right? And then you see Ty like stumbling, and then Gane goes in for like land like a nice clean shot, and Ty is like he just rebooted and swung like he wasn't even hurt. I was like, what the fuck? Was he playing? And then like I think Gane was in the pocket and was trying to like see if he could find something else. And then Ty like he chambers something and swings again. I was like, Jesus Christ, like what? And then it kind of went on a little bit, and then that finish, bro. That finish was crazy. That finish was crazy, man. Like, I'm so happy for Gane. I feel like this was the type of victory he needed to really elevate himself, man. I'm happy for Gane, bro. Like, big ups, bro. Big ups. Ty's gonna be a universal fighter. You see me, he went out on his shield. So Ty's gonna be a universal person, right? And Uncle Chill always say, yo, he just needs time to improve. Every time he comes back, he always improves, right? It just, Gane was a bad matchup for him, right? Gane was a bad matchup for him, but man, it was a good fight. So yeah, until next time, bros.